What's up, YouTube? Groovy tapping in with y'all boys, man. Welcome back to another vid, man. Salute to everybody that's watching. I got another video for y'all, man. Shannon Sharpe gets destroyed in LeBron versus Jordan debate. For anybody that watches Shannon Sharpe, man, you know Shannon Sharpe is pro LeBron. Anytime he gets into a Jordan LeBron debate, he always vouches for LeBron. Even though Shannon Sharpe is a Hall of Famer in the NFL, he do know his basketball. I ain't even gonna lie. I want to see what Unc got to say, man. Like, let's see what he talking about in this video right here, man. Before we hop into it, though, like the video, comment down below any videos y'all want me to react to next, and last but not least, sub up. And shout out to Uncut Hoops on the video, man. Rock with your content, gang.
So, as you guys might have seen, Mario Chalmers, a former NBA champion, and teammate LeBron James set the NBA on fire with a very controversial take. As Chalmers...
Nobody fears playing against LeBron James. Ooh, why Chalmers hating on Bron? God damn, he won you a chip.
era didn't fear him like Michael Jordan. Now, as you could imagine, these comments blew up and had Shannon Sharpe in absolute shambles.
All right, Shannon, jump in here. Is there any truth to what Mario Chalmers?
I ain't gonna lie, you can tell right here in this screenshot right here, Unc finna go off. Unc is finna go off right now, man. Let's see what he got to say.
No, that's his opinion. The question is, ask Magic Johnson, was he afraid of Mike? Ask Larry Bird, was he afraid of Mike? As a matter of fact, ask the Detroit Pistons, were they ever afraid of Michael Jordan? And I guarantee the answer would be no. Now, this is what we got. So I'm trying to figure out, Skip. So from the time LeBron broke through with the Heat, when he went to the Heat, so you mean to tell me a man that ran the Eastern Conference for 8 straight years, wasn't nobody afraid?
So stopping Shannon right there, his first point was bringing up the Pistons, Magic, and Larry Bird, and saying those players and teams did not fear Michael Jordan. So first off, fear, it is subjective. There's no measure.
I ain't even gonna lie. Niggas fear Jordan. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what Shannon Sharpe talking about right there. It's a whole compilation on YouTube, 30-minute compilation of old NBA players just saying how they could not guard him and how afraid they were to go up against him, bro. So, hell no, bro. Niggas was afraid of Mike, bro.
Measurement of fear and how fearful a player is. But looking at those eras, you deep dive into it, I think Jordan obviously was feared league-wide. As looking at Larry Bird, after Jordan dropped 60 on his team, he called MJ God. Magic Johnson, the best player in NBA history, refused to trash talk Jordan, only doing it once and learning the hard way to never do it again.
Yeah.
And for the Pistons, I think 100% they fear Jordan, as their whole game plan and defensive strategy was to stop him, a one singular player.
Every play.
Indirectly, it's pretty obvious. Even players in the 80s, before Jordan was winning, feared his game and his overall ability. And these players aren't just average guys or even all-stars. They are first ballot Hall of Famers with multiple championships.
What we talking about, though?
And Shannon's second point talked about LeBron James in the Eastern Conference making 8 straight finals. And while that is true, and LeBron...
8 straight finals is tough, though. And I feel like niggas was afraid of Bron, too, though. So, like, they both good players. Like, every one of their opponents respected them, bro, and they feared them. For real. So...
LeBron was dominant. That Eastern Conference, objectively, was pretty weak. Compared to the West, where it was an absolute gauntlet, where some years...
Oh, to the LeBron fans out there, man, what y'all got to say about this? Because in Bron era, I ain't even gonna lie, the Western Conference was a tougher conference, though. Everybody knew Bron ran the Eastern Conference, bro. Everybody knew that, bro. LeBron versus Toronto. Killed them. They named the city LeBronto. Atlanta Hawks, my team, killed them. Even though we had the best record one season, bro, Bron met them in the playoffs and destroyed them, bro. The Pacers, PG-13 in his prime, Paul George. Bron killed them. Like, Bron did run the East, bro. The West was more stacked, though, bro. Look, Spurs, Tim Duncan in them. OKC, KD in them. Chris Paul, Lob City, Blake Griffin, CP3 in them. Portland Trailblazers, like Damian Lillard and them, like, come on, bro. Then you had the Memphis Grizzlies when Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, when all them and they was in their prime. You got Dirk Nowitzki, Dallas Mavericks. Like, you got all these dogs over here in the Western Conference, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna agree with this one right here. The West was more stacked, though.
You had 7 or 8 teams winning 50-plus games.
Yeah.
And when it comes to LeBron James, of course, he has lost numerous finals. His 2 most embarrassing losses being 07 and 2011. When you lose in the NBA Finals on the biggest stage, the overall mystique and aura of that player is heavily diminished, compared to someone like Jordan, who in the finals never lost. And to be clear, I'm not saying LeBron James wasn't feared, but compared to Jordan, the fear factor isn't comparable.
I respect Bron, though. He carried a lot of teams to the finals, though.
In his era, he dominated like no other, going 6-0 versus the West, 19-1 versus the East, beating 9 50-win teams and 7 60-win teams.
That's tough, Jordan.
To put it quite simply, LeBron in his prime ran a conference, compared to Jordan in his prime, who ran an entire league. And at the core of it, that's why Jordan was more feared than LeBron James.
Now, this is what Paul George said after being eliminated by the LeBron 4 or 6 times. He says it's real frustrating to continue losing to the same team or the same person. It's real frustrating. Ask Danny Ainge, why did he put the big 3 together? Okay, ask the New Jersey Nets, why they gave up what they gave up to get Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, to pair them with Joe Johnson and Darren Williams. Why would they do that, Skip?
Now, stopping Shannon right there.
That's a good point.
Like most LeBron James fans, correlation does not equal causation. And looking at the 08 Celtics, yes, at that time period, they assembled a super team. But by them doing that, they weren't fearing LeBron James, as LeBron at that point had not even won a championship, let alone a single finals game. And to make a more general point, when a team assembles multiple superstars, all-stars, they are doing that to win a championship, not because they fear a player or a team. And Shannon did cite Paul George as one player LeBron James beat multiple times. But for PG, he not once said he feared LeBron James. What he said is that losing LeBron James was frustrating, compared to Jordan's era, where players legitimately feared him and wouldn't dare talk trash to him.
Yeah,
And
that's
speaking of
true.
great Pacers players, look at Reggie Miller. There's iconic stories of him refusing to talk trash to quote-unquote Black Jesus. And the one time he did, Jordan shut him down and dropped 40.
Yeah,
Compared to this year,
that's true.
where LeBron James was outplayed and beat by a rookie Benedict Mathurin who called him out during the offseason.
That's nothing.
And speaking
bro.
of rookies,
That's
a
nothing.
young Kevin Garnett was definitely fearless. But when it came to Jordan, trash talking him didn't go well. As J.R. Ryder, there's a famous story of MJ killing a naive Timberwolves team.
That's true.
After that, Garnett never once trash talked Mike again.
Yeah, that's true.
And even a couple years ago,
Jordan
Charles
tough.
Barkley asked Shaq point blank, "Did you fear MJ?" And Shaq said flat out, yes, he was terrified.
That's Shaq, though.
That is Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah.
the Big Diesel, one of the
Facts.
best centers of all time.
Yeah.
That is not Al Horford on the 2015
He
Hawks.
said, "Ow."
That is Shaquille O'Neal
Yeah, that's
being
tough.
afraid of Michael Jordan. There are tons and tons of stories, quotes, anecdotes of players being terrified of Jordan, from all-stars, role players, all the way to Hall of Famers and top 10 players. And to prove my point even further, Shannon Sharpe himself said Jordan was different and, quote, godlike.
He don't look real. He doesn't. He doesn't. The first time I met him,
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, and I know he thought I was crazy because it's like he was levitating.
Sheesh.
And I know you're not supposed to play reverence, and you're not supposed to be blasphemous like this, but he's like a god.
That is Shannon Sharpe, the biggest LeBron fan alive,
Yeah.
being in awe of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and I keep telling y'all this, bro. I can be a fan of both, bro. I can be a fan of Bron and Jordan, bro. Like, they both are great, bro. At first, I was a Bron fan, but I came across Jordan highlights, started following his whole story and watching all these interviews and highlights of him, the accolades, the respect, the influence, everything. I got Jordan as my number one, man, and I got Bron at the two, bro. Like, the things that Jordan done in the league, tough.
That just goes to show you guys, Jordan's it factor, his fear factor, his wow factor was off the charts.
Yeah.
And definitely higher than LeBron James.
Yeah, I agree.
The problem that I have is that when you say Jordan is the GOAT, you do everything you can to discredit LeBron. If you want to say, look, Jordan got 5 MVPs, he got 6 finals, 6 chips, he got this many scoring titles, he scored this many points a game, he averaged this, he did this and that. Gotcha. It seems like when they try to make their point, I believe you can make your point saying someone is the best without trying to be disrespectful and discredit.
Now, look, Shannon Sharpe's overall point of not downplaying discrediting players in a vacuum is fine, and I agree with it. But when it comes to Shannon, this take now is pretty hypocritical, as over the past 5 to 7 years, he spewed nonsense about Jordan countless times, saying he played weak finals competition, he was a quitter, he got praised for losing, and without Scottie, he wasn't a winner. The slander Shannon throws Jordan's way, I don't really care about it. It makes good content.
How can you slander Jordan, though?
The moral high ground, and you yourself are throwing mud and discrediting players.
Real. 8 years of running the Eastern Conference, and ain't nobody said, man, ooh, I want to go back and skip. I was trying to find the footage where people say, man, I can't wait to play the Cavaliers. Man, I can't wait to get to Miami Heat, because that's the matchup that I want.
Nah, nobody wanted that matchup.
Now, I want to be very clear in saying this. LeBron, of course, has been feared by players, coaches, teams, and even fans.
Yeah.
That is undeniable. But compared to Jordan, the fear factor, once again, isn't the same. As when it comes to LeBron James and his era and being feared, for the most part, he played in the weak Eastern Conference. As the Bulls by 2012, they were cooked with D-Rose being injured. Boston by 2013, they were aging out.
Yeah.
The Indiana Pacers, while competitive, at the end of the day, were being led by Paul George, who was 22 and 23 years old. And looking at 2015, the East was so bad, the Atlanta Hawks
Damn,
won
bruh.
60 games.
Why he
In
clowning my
2017,
team, man?
Isaiah Thomas at 5'9" led Boston
I
to the
remember
first
that.
seed.
He was hooping.
Once again, I'll say it, LeBron James dominated the Eastern Conference.
He did.
And put fear in half the NBA.
Damn.
But when it comes to
Good
NBA
God.
Finals and losing 6 times, the fear factor is going to be there like it is for Jordan. As looking at the Bulls, winning 6 championships in 8 years, never losing the finals, is unassailable. Compared to LeBron James, who went 2-2 in Miami and 1-4 in Cleveland.
Everybody tried to stay out of the 7 or the 8 spot. Let's wait till the very, very last minute. Ask Toronto. Ask DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Ask Dwayne Casey. Did they fear LeBron James?
Yeah, he used to kill them.
I think you get to a man, I think you see. Yeah.
LeBron told.
I think Shannon right there indirectly made my entire point about this video. As when it comes to LeBron James, he put fear into a bad Eastern Conference, and guys like Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Al Horford, etc. Compared to Jordan, who had Shaq, Reggie, Magic, Kevin Garnett, legit Hall of Famers being fearful of being talking trash to him. And looking at the so-called LeBron James era, one thing that hurts him is that he lost to his fellow superstars and great players, losing to Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Steph Curry, KD, even Chris Paul. And guys like Kawhi Leonard, Kobe, and Giannis got 1 ring, if not multiple rings, on LeBron's watch. My overall point is pretty simple. LeBron James is feared. But like everything, there's levels to it.
I agree.
So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
It's definitely levels, bro. You got to put Jordan as the most feared NBA player ever. Then you could put Bron at the 2. But, yeah, bro, I agree. LeBron ran the Eastern Conference his whole career, bro. Like, for real. Like, and then the West was stacked, though, bro. Like, they had teams 1 through 6, 1 through 8. Like, and LeBron did lose a few finals, you know what I'm saying? But going over to Jordan, man, 6-0 in the finals. Every time he got there, he won, bro. Like, putting up crazy numbers, like, against NBA legends. You feel what I'm saying, man? Like, you got to put Jordan at 1. You know what I'm saying, man? But I feel like Shannon Sharpe, he had a few, good points in there. But yeah, this basketball talk. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If y'all like this reaction, man, y'all like this video, man, hit the like button and comment down below any videos y'all want me to react to next. And last but not least, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man.